We have Kelly Fisher from UK versus Han Yu from China. Sit back, enjoy the action, and let's get today's matches underway. Best of luck to all players.
A very good morning and welcome to the Banca del Fucino WPA Women's 10-Ball World Championships. We are coming live from the Hotel Waldorf Astoria, the Rome Cavalleria. We start day two with a losers round match between Kelly Fisher from England up against China's Han Yu. It's 10-ball, so of course you must call the pocket. Stage one is the best of three sets, races to four. Winner breaks within the set, break from anywhere behind the head string. It's hand rack with one on the spot. 30-second shot clock, as always, with one extension each per rack. Your referee for this one is Gintaras Petrovas from Lithuania. I'm Mark White, and calling the shots in the booth with me is a very accomplished French player. So it's bonjour, Benjamin Belhassan. Good morning, Benjamin.
Good morning, Mark. I'm really glad to be with you for this one. And as you mentioned, it's already been a losers match, a losers in the losers bracket, and both of these women have been world champion multiple times. So this is pretty crazy, the level of play we have in this tournament.
Yeah, it just shows the depth of quality in this women's World 10-Ball. There's some incredible matches already on the losers side. We'll be keeping you up to date with those as well. Don't forget, guys, tables 1, 2, 3 and 4, all for your viewing pleasure here on Billiard TV. Kelly Fisher breaking off.
The British legend, multiple world snooker champion, billiards, 10-ball champion, and I knew a 3-time world 9-ball champion, which is pretty unbelievable. So I expect this match to be a clash of titans, and with the pressure that the losers will go home this time. So this adds a little bit more drama to it.
The pressure is real, Benjamin. The pressure is very, very real. Now, I wonder if she jumps this, might she call the 9-ball over the corner just in case? Could do.
Yeah.
Jump the one, get the carom onto the 9-ball. There's my first silly prediction of the... Well, she's called the 1. Still might go near the 9, though, Benjamin. Be interesting. Just getting
exactly.
Caught out by the shot clock.
Yeah, this is the type of situation where you definitely going for the 1, but the thing is the 2 is blocked by the 5. So even if she makes the 1, this is a lot better. I prefer to play the 8 on the bottom left. This has a chance. And unless it was a big ball, she didn't contact the 1, so she gives pawn in hand to Anu.
Yeah, she's such a good jumper, though. I did expect her to take on the 1 ball there, but she's also a very good kicker as well, probably in the top 5 in the women's game. A bit surprised she didn't make contact with that.
Yeah, and as you can see, the 2 ball is really blocked by the 5. So Anu elected to come closer to the 2 and probably play some kind of a safety here. Unless it goes.
She's going for it. I think it goes.
Oh, yes, it did. Okay.
Well, the bank's big, isn't it? The pocket's huge with the 9 there. Can overcut the bank here slightly and take the 3 off of the 9. Guaranteed to be on the purple 4. So this is a good chance early on. in the first rack.
Good shot. Made sure she had a slightly small angle on the 4 to get to the 5.
Won our first 9-ball World Championship back in 2013. Again in 2016. And then twice World Champion. 2018, Ben, in 9-ball once again, but also in Hayball the following year. So she's done it all. A few China Opens as well. Very, very accomplished player who did take some time off, but she's back with a vengeance now.
Good shot there. She went a little bit too far on the 5 on the side, and she really had to cut this a little bit thinner than she would have expected. So she kept control of the cue ball, which was the main thing. Now a little back and forth on the 7 to the center. Long, long. Yeah, this is nicely done. Yeah, very smooth stroke. We are having here different styles between those two ladies. Hanyu has a really controlled, smooth stroke, while Kelly is more punching the ball, like she used to do in snooker. She really has a snooker style, which is really powerful to play American pool, obviously. So this is interesting.
I'm going to ask you. I've got a question for you about that in a second, Benjamin, as we see. And you take this straightforward 10-ball to take this opening rack. Yeah, and as expected, she does. Yeah, as you may know, I'm quite close friends with Kelly Fisher. We talk very often on the phone. And she's been trying her entire career to get a smoother stroke with a slower backswing, Ben, but she's got this very quick kind of jabby stroke. But, you know, how can you argue with it? I mean, she's won 5 world titles at snooker, 3 billiards titles, numerous, every single thing in the women's game apart from the World Women's 8-ball, which she's just been to the final of that as well, losing out to Jessica Centeno in the final. It just, I don't want to use this word because it's not a nice word to use, but it just looks ugly sometimes. Whereas you look at Han Yu or Zhao Fangfu or Chen Ximing, just so beautiful, smooth. You know, you're guaranteed almost all the time to make the ball kind of thing, you know. Well, just what's your opinion on strokes? And is it something that when you're on form, it's okay how you cue, but if you're not, is it better that you've got a more textbook kind of stroke that you can fall back on and work on during a match?
Yeah, the thing is, I always say, if it works, keep doing what you are doing. This is the main thing. I mean, if your style is like, I don't know, for example, Han Yu, if your style is this style and then you are world champion with it, stick with it. And it's exactly the thing for Kelly. I mean, she's won everything. She's a legend of the game. She's efficient. She's in stroke every time. I mean, she's a really top class player, and I don't see any reason why she would change anything. You know, so myself, I would keep doing what I do best. You know, but yeah, you're right. It's different styles. Sometimes it can look a little bit, like I said, punchy, but as long as it's efficient, she is a professional pool player, so she wants the result, and the result is there. So yeah, as you mentioned, the technique she has is much more like snooker style. But as I also mentioned, I think snooker is one of the powerful pocket billiard games. So, I mean, in terms of pocketing, of accuracy, there is no other like snooker. So this is why she's so strong at American pool. And so is Alison Fisher, for example.
Yeah, good point. She's certainly getting through this rack without a problem. I think the good thing about the short stroke is there is less room for error. You see a lot of players now shortening the bridge hand and, you know, not having such a big backswing. There's something to be said for the short little stroke sometimes, although she's lost the cue ball there. Now, it's shots like that where I think, Benjamin, it's hard to control the pace because it's very hard to come back quick and then actually feel the stroke on the way through.
Yeah,
Just my opinion.
I definitely agree, and I've spoken about this with Johan Rissink, the legendary coach, and he has his opinion on this, and he said that, yeah, to summarize, the longer the stroke, the better, and that's why he taught Federgorst to have the stroke he has, meaning like a big backswing with a full pullback and the elbow drop on powerful stroke. This is his philosophy, and I can perfectly understand this. But on the other way, you can see a player like Josh Filler, which is probably the best player in the world now, having long bridges, short follow through, short pullback. So, yeah, as I mentioned, as long as it works, stick with it. That's the point.
Well, she certainly is sticking with it, and it's working for the multiple world champion right now. This is to go 1-1. And I suppose, Ben, last night they were playing the doubles in the very short races, the races to 3. It's just, you know, I just want to put this in perspective because a lot of people, I was watching the matches yesterday and a lot of people were commenting on YouTube about how the races are ridiculous, but let's just put this into perspective. It's kind of like a bonus, a token tournament that Predator have put on here, along with Fujifilm, and it's 16 invited teams, and they're all guaranteed prize money. Even if you don't win a match, they're guaranteed prize money. So it's a little bit of fun. It's a little extra tournament to give them a little bit more of a chance to earn a little bit of money while they're here. And I think it's a great fun tournament, the doubles, and we're going to be seeing more of that a little bit later on today. I don't know how you feel about that, but I thought there were some terrific matches. There's some really good pairs in it as well.
Yeah, I fully agree with you, Mark. This is what a professional pool should be, like invitational events, fun, and yes, there are short races, but as you really mentioned, as you explained it really well, this is a bonus, and this is how you're growing the sport. So I don't see it like a full competition like this World Championship. This is really different, and this is by promoting this type of events that you can grow the sport, and that's exactly what Predator does. So yeah, I'm really happy to see also the Predator Wheelchair Open. I'm really happy to see this type of events growing.
So back to the game now. Safety attempt here from Han Yu. Just a little bit short, Ben.
Yeah, She protected the one ball though, so this is kind of a containing, but you definitely want to have the snooker as a bonus here, which you didn't. But
I think she might be in trouble here though. Is she playing a really soft shot behind the two ball? Looked like she was moving her bridge really close to play that. Now she's changed her mind, so changing the shot, I believe.
Yeah, this is a tricky situation here. She can roll the one ball and hide it behind the two, but it's really delicate, and I would see her probably more sending the cue ball behind the 4 along the long rail. That's an option, or cut the 1 and go behind the 6. That's another option. Yeah, she chose the first one, and it's really tough to do, but she did it beautifully. So good result.
Yeah, you've got to be careful here, haven't you? You don't want to catch the left side of it as we look on the overhead and scratch. There's a chance of that. There's also a chance of making it.
Yeah.
Well, never expected her to miss it altogether.
Yeah, the speed of the shot was not good. I mean, I expect her to play a lot harder than this to at least separate the balls in case she contacted. So I think the speed selection was not good from Anu this time.
Kelly started playing in her father's and mother's pub in Pontefract when she was 13 years old, playing pool. Oh, what's she done here? She's lost the speed again. That's the second time. If you remember, she did it on the 6 ball earlier on. So I know she told me yesterday that she was finding the pace of the table very difficult as opposed to the outside tables. Benjamin, of course, they vary from table to table, and this is a lovely shot she's played here. Well controlled.
Yeah, that's part of the difficulty of the playing such a tournament, because all tables play a little different, and when you are like a professional pool player like Kelly is, you can feel and see the differences, and so you constantly try to adapt to the conditions, which is one of the most important things. That's why it's important also to practice in similar conditions, because if you practice on a warm cloth all year, then you're never going to make it playing this type of event with new balls and new cloth. So yeah, that's part of the process. Good shot there.
Yeah, another good safety there. Expect some good safety and kicking from these young ladies.
She probably leaves a jump shot there, even though the 9 ball is far away, but definitely a makeable jump for Kelly.
Oh, that was a lovely little bump.
Yeah.
Well, maybe not now. So for those of you guys that may be wondering, she's made a ball, but she's gone and sat down. Why is that? Well, it's because you have to call your pocket. And if you don't call the pocket, it's your opponent's option, whether they want to play or pass it back. Of course, with the 4 ball hanging over the corner, she's not going to pass it back. Well, made a bit of a mess of that. Oh, it's kind of just okay.
Yeah, I should have to cut this maybe with a little bit of inside English, which is left English in this case, to try to counter the cue ball to go into the left side pocket. in this type of situation, I see the smooth stroke as a big advantage to control the speed of the cue ball, as we spoke before. But you always have good things and bad things in the strokes. You can control this easily, but when you are far away from the ball, when you have to make the ball, I think the stroke of Kelly is also very powerful. So there is a price to pay for everything, Mark.
Yeah, every action has a reaction, as they say.
She got away with it. She definitely wanted to hit that 9 ball a little bit thicker, but oh no, I thought she would see it fully to make it, but I think she doesn't. She'll have probably to jump or to cross corner bank this one.
Well, I didn't expect to be quoting Sir Isaac Newton this morning when I woke up on a broadcast here on Pro Billiard TV, but it was Isaac Newton that said every action has a opposite reaction. I loved a bit of science and physics at school, Benjamin. But English was my favourite. Needs a bit of help from the 9. Don't think she's got it. Couldn't really tell from Kelly's face.
Yeah, I think she only sees the left edge of the 8, which is going to lead her to a safety shot. I don't know. It's tough to say. But she's hitting low into the ball, which makes me think that she can make it.
Yeah, this goes, Benjamin. This goes.
Yeah.
I think it's just little things here and there that are going to be the big deciding factor in this match. Just a miss at the wrong time. Almost impossible to pick a winner in this one. Both players not just capable of winning this match, but winning the tournament on their day as well. But it's a sad thing that one of them is going to have to say arrivederci, as we say in Italy, after this particular match. So I did mention, guys, we are televising 4 games at the same time. Over on table 2, Soa is up against Anna Gradiznik. Minatani up against Mighty Reparo. They're over on table 3. And table 4, Kennedy Mayman from the United States up against the Flash from the Philippines, Cesca Centeno. And we have a full day of action once again for you on this table at 12:30. What a match we're going to have, Benjamin. It's Rubelin Armit up against real up-and-coming star from the USA, Sophia Mast. That's on here, guys, at 12:30 following this match. So some great action to look forward to in this Banca del Fucino WPA Women's World Temple Championships, part of the Predator Pro Billiard Series, of course. So here we go, breaking off to get on the hill. China's Han Yu with a very colourful cue.
Yeah, the new Predator PK Rush colors. Beautiful.
Four railer went there, Benjamin, so she must have hit it nice and squarely.
Yeah, good open shot on the one, but she's wondering how is she going to get to the two. She had the angle to run into it, but it's not an easy situation here. Oh, she can do that, so that's nice. She could kill the cue ball to stay on the two. It was difficult to see from our point of view.
Yeah, just saw Kelly there having a quick look at the six ball she was leaning over.
Yeah, because we were playing all ball fouls, and if she touches the six ball with the shirt, then she will get ball in hand.
Yeah, we've only got passive referees at the moment, so that means they're only coming in when they're called. And she's slightly butchered that one. Maybe, isn't it surprising how just that six ball would have put her off? Just that, it's just something else, isn't it? That just comes into your mind, Benjamin, when you're playing a shot like that. It was quite a straightforward shot.
Yeah, but also she had to stun it. Like, she didn't have that much of an angle to reach the tree, so sometimes you get like you misjudge the speed you need to stun from a ball really full hit to go on the other side of the table, and I think that's exactly what happened. She really had to smash it, and she didn't smash it enough. So yeah, 8 ball was on the way.
A little bit worrying for Hanyu, I think. There's 2 straightforward kicks that she's failed to make contact with, and similar shots as well, Ben, going across the table.
Yeah. And I think the reason is she's using a high ball, and so when you use high ball, when you hit the cushion, it opens up the angle, and it's the second time that she opened up the angle a little bit too much to make contact. So that's a small adjustment she has to make, but it's difficult, as I mentioned, because the loser will go home, and it had a lot more pressure. And also you want to have a lot of table time to get used to the conditions, as we already mentioned. So
yeah, now for me, that was lovely timing. And this is kind of her trademark shot, this. If I wanted anyone to shoot this shot for me, it would be Kelly or Josh Villa, one of the two. Once again, puzzled by the pace. Can play it to the corner and stun over and take the 9 into the same pocket. Certainly easier positional-wise.
that was touchy, but she made that 8 look easy, but it wasn't.
Kelly playing with the Sang Lee butt, with the Revo shaft. Beautiful butt, that is. I've actually had a shot with it when she visited Thailand. Did a little video with her and had a look at her cue. Very nice cue. Sang Lee, of course, you know all about Benjamin, the great Karen player.
Yeah, I actually have the same stick, but the pink version, the one Pia Filler has, and I'm really happy with it.
There's table 2 in action. So, whose doubles partner is Savannah Easton. They won their first match yesterday. Saw a great interview with Luke Riches. I doff my cap to Luke. Get some great interviews with the guys. Great one with Pia and Jasmine as well. Called them the Titanic twosome.
And that was a big turning point in this set, Mark, because Anu had really had the opportunity to get on the hill, but made a mistake in the previous rack, and it allowed Kelly to get back into that set. Strong, powerful break, but no balls. And a fancy layout here with no open shot on the one. And she called the cross corner.
Yeah, emphasis on hiding the cue ball here over behind the 6-9. 6-9 or 7. Well, I didn't want to catch that or that. That went completely wrong. I can guess where the cue ball's going here. Benjamin.
Yeah, and also this is a tough shot because you have to avoid the kiss on the way back. And if she would have made the 1, then she was not guaranteed to get position on the 2. So that was a tough situation there. But she's left, I would say, an easy safety for Kelly, but she left a window in between the 6 and 7, which is really not the same result she would have expected. Because now I knew as a simple response. Stop shot the 1 or track the cue ball a little bit towards the 8-9. Yeah, like that. Oh, I don't think she called it.
She'll be put back in here for sure.
Yeah.
Bit surprised she didn't call it, to be honest. But it would have been the same result anyway. She would have still been jumping. So it's kind of,
yeah,
as you were kind of thing.
This is also important, what you just mentioned, kind of mentally, that, of course, she didn't call the 1, but the result's the same. So, yeah, mentally, you have to go for the jump. Like you called the 1, actually.
Yeah, she'll be trying to play the 1 into the 8 ball here. Or the 2 ball, rather.
Yeah, I think it's way too thin there, but she really tried to send the 2 ball into the cluster and be back behind the 3-5. She might not be happy with it, but she didn't sell out, at least, because the 3 and the 5 are tied up.
Just caught a glimpse there of Fred Dinsmore from Ireland, the wheelchair player. Very, very good player, ex-world champion. Going well in the tournament as well. Actually done an interview with him a couple of years ago. Plays snooker as well.
He's one of the well, the famous known wheelchair player, along with Henrik Larsson.
Yeah, those guys really, really do impress me. I was actually in a wheelchair after my stroke, Ben, last year, and I was only in it for about 3 weeks. And, well, the way it changes your life is just unbelievable. Even the simplest of things, you know, going to the bathroom, having a shower. There he is, sat in the front row there, look. Getting around town and getting on aeroplanes and all that kind of stuff. It's bad enough if you got use of your legs, but these wheelchair athletes, they really are athletes, tremendous, and it's great to see them getting to show off their skills, because there's a lot of talent in this parasport. This is a nice shot.
Beautifully done by Kelly here. The zigzag, the cue ball, having let her the perfect angle on the 5 to reach the 6. It's good. I think the 8 ball passes the 9, so just by rolling the 7, she should be out here and on the hill in this first set.
Yeah, shown a lot of character, a lot of heart, a lot of bottle, as we say in the UK. She's got bundles of that. Very, very tough player. She'll grind when she has to. And this has been a really good out. Been some very, very good positional shots in that particular rack. And on the hill. Now there's lots of other matches going on at the moment. Chao Che-Yu is up against Poland's Olivia Zalewska. They're 2-2 at the moment. Sosa and Anna Gradisnik are 2-2 also. That's available for you on table 2. Emily Duddy, 2-1 down against Kristina Zlateva from Bulgaria. Andrea Anacona is a set down to South Korea's Harin Lee. Mariana Sarnelli is a set down to Rachel Mfoy, who is, well, she's just had a brilliant youth championship. She won a gold and a silver in that. Soledad Ayala 3-1 up against Sinem Kotken from Turkey. Brianna Miller 2-1 up against Xu Jing Jiang. Give you the others as we go along. Plenty of action here. Kelly breaking then on the hill. Disappointment once again though, and she has got one of the biggest breaks in women's pool, but yet to have any success. I don't think she's made a ball.
Yeah, and a fairly open shot for Hanyu here to try to tie up the set. The first step will be going from the 2 to the 3. Yeah, I like the shot she just played, but the danger is the 4. Ooh, it's okay.
Thought he was doing an impression of a train there, Ben.
Yeah, because those new balls and new cloth are really tough to control, and it's fast, and so the end of the rolling is always kind of unexpected. So now she really wants the right angle on the 3 on the side to get to the 4. which is also a tricky cue ball position here. She want to go 2 rares like this for the line of the 3.
I've just had a message from our Paul Stat guy who says he has a nickname for Fred Dinsmore. He calls him Fred Dins No More. Balls on the table. Plays so well. It's Michael Salmon, of course, the guy that is dedicated to giving us all the latest stats. They are available for you as well, guys. If you want to pick them up at any time, go to probilliardseries.com, hit events, and then you'll see a live scores option. Just click on that. You can choose any match that takes your fancy, and we'll also stick them up for you from time to time. Meanwhile, one stat that looks to be certain is this match is going 3-3 in the opening set, and it doesn't surprise me. Benjamin?
Oh yeah, she definitely played a tremendous shot from the 3 to the 4, like a full drawback with a maximum left English to reach the 4. That was really brilliant. And one thing is also important for you, viewers, beginners or amateurs, that it's the rhythm she has through the rack. Meaning 1, 2, 3, 4 were a problem. She really had to do something extra with the cue ball, paying more attention. And since she got on the 4 ball, then the pace of play went up a little bit, and she ran the resting ball like kind of routine ones. So this is also important to recognize when to pay more attention and when to play into some kind of a rhythm like flawless.
There you got a fine view of the eyes flicking from the cue ball to the object ball, and then when she pulls back, the eyes flick once again to the object ball, smoothly through, head still, perfect technique. And we are heel in this opening set. It's kind of what we expected. It was always going to be a tough match, this one. Meanwhile, Cesca Centino is doing what Cesca Centino usually does. She's already a set up and 2 racks up in the second set against Kennedy Mayman. Brittany Bryant, the #1 Canadian women's player, 2-0 up against Indonesia's Silviana Liu. Mina Tani is 2-1 up over Mighty Repero. Kaylee McIntosh, another American, 2-1 down to Japanese Samiya Konishi. And Zhang Muan, one of my favourite players, I tell you, on the circuit, 3-2 up against Anran Yu. And Sandra Baumgartner from Austria, set down to Bean Hung. Yu to break for the first set. Wow, really hit that one, Ben.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why pros break from the side. I always mention that because you have really good chances to make the one on the side. So usually in 10 ball you break from the center because it's easier to control the 2 balls that are underneath the one. But then with the hand racking, it's a totally different story, and the only thing you can do is to try to make the 1 ball consistent in the pocket is to move to the side rail to break, which most of the pro do. And that worked for Hanyu this time.
Yeah, I really do like the hand rack because it doesn't mean just break and run, break and run, break and run. I think that's totally mind-numbingly boring, to be honest, to see somebody just breaking and running all the time. I think the hand rack is a very good option. It throws up lots of different racks, which I think Q Sports are all about. No two games the same. That's kind of one of the attractions for me, for sure. But I also think the tapped rack, like they use in the Euro Tour, Ben, is a very nice alternative as well. I do like, the speed at which you can rack the balls with a tapped rack.
Yeah, I definitely agree. And I think it's a kind of in-between, because you have the templates, which make the thing really consistent. But I think everything is good. It depends on the races, because, for example, when you play one of those big matches they used to play, or race to 100 or race to 120, then you need the templates to put packs together to get it going. But when you play short races like we do here, races to 4, I definitely agree that the hand rack is the best solution, really.
Yeah, don't get me started on them long races, 100 and 120. Oh dear, oh dear. I commentated on one actually once, and it was involving Kelly Fisher, and it was against Rubelin Ahmet, actually, and Cheska Centeno as well in the Philippines at Sharks. And I also commentated on Fedor Gorst against Dennis Orcolo at Sharks. A race to 100, I think it was 100 to 68, Fedor Gorst won that. And I've got to say, I'm probably risking never getting a long match to commentate on again. But I found it the most boring of jobs to commentate on, to be honest.
Yeah, this is a different story because, as you mentioned, in this type of matches, you really want to have the template because you really want players to run racks. It's exactly what you want them to do. But when you play short races, then I totally, fully agree that the hand racking is much more adapted. And I agree also that in the Euro Tours, the tapped rack is also a good formula. I actually like it.
Yeah, I like the 2 breaks in a row as well. I really enjoy that. Just adds that little extra spice to it also. Anyway, Hanyu making her way through this hand rack. Pretty okay.
Brilliant shot on the 2 ball to open the rack. That was the key shot of the rack. Then everything was pretty much connected. So, yeah, she's probably going to break and run this one to win the set, and that would be huge for her.
Yeah, it will be the first break and run of the match. And she will be breaking first in the second set as well. Kelly started us off after winning the lag, but I'm sure we are going to have a player timeout. I've got a little question for you to ponder, Benjamin. 2 ladies have played on this table in the opening 2 days, or 3 days now. They both use carbon, but neither of them wear a glove. And they're the only 2 players I can think of who don't use a glove. There's your homework. You can think about that while the players take a quick break after this opening set. And you can give me your answer when we come back. Benjamin Bauhessen and myself, Mark White, leaving Benjamin some homework, and for you lot at home as well. We'll be back soon with set number 2. Welcome back, guys, to the Banca del Fucino Women's WPA World 10 Ball Championships. You're just getting a little look at table 2. Seosa won the opening set, as did this young lady here, Hanyu, and she's breaking off to start off set number 2. Winner breaks from now on within this set. I'm Mark White, and I'm joined by a fancy Frenchman, Benjamin Belhassan.
Thanks for the introduction, Mark. And I was thinking about the break and run of Hanyu at 3-3. Comes really on time to seal the deal in the first set. And she made a good break here, though, but didn't quite compress the cue ball enough, which causes to jump a little bit and go forward to the bottom right pocket, leaving an opportunity for Kelly to open up her score with a fairly connected rack here.
Made the 1 and the 4 in the side pocket. So the next ball after the 3 will be the orange 5 down there on its own, and then ball situated very nice, Benjamin, down this end. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 all together nicely. Just a good angle on this 5 ball, and she's good to go. Nicely done. Just a nice little stun shot here now for the 7 in the side, making sure she's got the angle coming this way for the 8, and she should be good, Ben.
Yeah, everything was pretty much connected from here, so that's a costly scratch for Hanyu. Just have a little bit of work here because you want to make the 7 ball and slide over the long rail. Or maybe she's gonna go, yeah. I like the way she played it, but the thing is, the risk is to have too much angle on the 8. But I think she can hold the cue ball on this 8, just rolling this in, but this is not easy. I'd rather myself maybe go all around 3 rails and pocket the 9 ball in the same pocket as the 8. I think she's thinking about it, but let's see what she chooses to do. Yeah, I like this one better than the other one.
I'm with you 100% there. Always a chance of decelerating when you're trying to hold a ball. That was kind of natural, wasn't it? To come round 3 rails, played it very nicely. One thing you don't want to do, Benjamin, is scratch on the break.
Yeah. Well, let's have a little look at our partners and sponsors for this pool festival. We have Yalin, Little Monster, Kamui, Box Billiards, Aramith, Simonis, Ven Billiards, Banca del Fucino, Longoni, Nolleggiare, Givova. We also have Fujifilm and, of course, the Predator Group and all the Predator equipment for this Predator Pro Billiard series. The Arc tables. We have the Arcos 2 balls, the Arena rack, the Arena light, and the Super Arcadia reserve cloth, which I love myself.
Yeah, without sponsors, none of us are here. So Kelly with the break back. Desperately looking to make the one. Just going high again. 6 ball's going to drop this time. 1 ball is going to be on. 5 ball. Is it blocked by the 10? Apart from that, well, the 4 ball as well is not easy, is it? So a bit of work to do here, Benjamin, for Kelly Fisher.
Oh, yeah. Tricky rack. She'll have the 1 and 2, but the 3, 4, 5 are really locked. So yeah, she really want to try to follow and catch the line of the 2, but she came up short. Yeah, she doesn't like it because the way you can solve this rack is going through 1, 2, 3 and then play safe out of the 4. Try to free the 5 at the same time. Gives you an edge, but oh, good shot.
Oh, great.
She's going to have trouble again, but
going to be jumping this one, that's for sure. Yeah, Rush will be coming out.
yeah, the thing that's difficult in this type of shot is, oh, okay, she's going for the bank. I thought she would go for the, in the side pocket, try to draw this, but yeah, I'm a little bit of surprised that she's going for the bank here.
Oh dear, returned the favour. I mean, the whole reason she went for the bank was because she was scared of the scratch off cutting it in the side, I think. And she's ended up scratching in that pocket, even though she banked it. Work that one out, Ben.
Yeah, that's difficult because, as I was going to say, the thing that's difficult in jump shots is to kind of visualize where the cue ball is going to land before it hits the object ball and how many rebounds it's going to do. So obviously with different rebounds, it's going to react differently. So it's part of the difficulty you face when you're jumping. Try to control the cue ball and make the ball.
I think she may have to draw into the 5 ball here. To nudge it a little bit. Well, she did, but made it worse. And now doesn't even have the simple safety on. Took a chance there.
Yeah, it's not easy, but I think she just can brush the 5 and put the 10 into play, going behind it with the cue ball. Or maybe use a little bit of outside and use the 7 ball, the 7 and 9. She could have done better, but she left an edge to Kelly, which only has to brush the 5, going to the short rail, up table and back using the 7, 8, 9 as blocker. So the thing you want to do here is really brush the 5 so that it doesn't move at all, which is tough to do, so that at least you protect it from an offensive shot.
You don't want to leave a 5-10 combo on either. Like that. I'm a bit surprised at that, to be honest.
Yeah, the thing is she didn't want to play hard, to go back and forth, which I can perfectly understand because she was afraid that the 5 ball would move too much, leaving it in the center of the table. So she didn't take any risk here. But she's left it.
Respotted. Now then, don't think I haven't, or don't think that I've forgotten about the homework that I set you, Mr. Belhassan. Do you have an answer for me? And I don't want to hear that the dog's eating your homework either.
Yes, I actually have an answer, but I only have one player because I made the commentary of one of her match, and she's a world champion already. It's Cesca Centeno. But I don't have the other one.
You needed. No, the other one is Kelly playing now.
Oh, the other one is Kelly. Okay. I thought you want me to give two names. Okay.
No. Go to the top
Cesca,
of the class.
Yeah, she's using powder instead. Cesca.
Yeah, and I did read somewhere that you shouldn't use talcum powder on carbon cues. Apparently it voids the warranty if you do so. I don't know whether you've heard the same story.
I don't know. No, I've never heard it, but might be possible, yeah. What I believe is that you are not allowed to use powder in your tours.
Yeah, it's a very Filipino thing, isn't it? I think it's more habit than anything.
Yeah.
They actually have a pile of talcum powder on the side of the table, don't they, when they're playing?
Yeah.
Tremendous, tremendous watching some of the matches that go on there. There's chickens running about and about 100 people all leaning on the table.
Yeah,
must be like
that's
paradise.
Good run from Anu there. She played the 5-10 combination beautifully, having the cue ball position to play the 5 again after that and run this rack to tie up the score at 1 game apiece. Kelly is in trouble. She's trailing 1-0, and as I already mentioned, this is a losers bracket match, so the loser will go home.
Yeah, Xiao Fang Fu is in action on table 5. She's 3-2 up against Hong Jingyu. Now, you may remember Hong Jingyu, a World Junior Predator champion. She beat Sophia Mast in the final to win that title, 6-4. And we will have Sophia Mast on this table next, up against a legendary Filipino who doesn't use powder, Rubelin Amit. Oh, good break. She's got that break working. But once again, oh dear, she's made 2 balls in the same pocket. Well, 3 if you count the cue ball. That's so unlucky.
Yeah. The cue ball was perfectly controlled and it got kicked in the side pocket, which you can't really control.
Yeah.
That's part of the random stuff of rotation games.
And we know very well, Ben, there's plenty of random stuff in rotation.
Yes, she has it.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not ideal because she's far away from the 4. She's a little bit flat on it. Like you can't maneuver something easy with the cue ball. So good shot.
What a shot. What a shot. See the determination in her eyes there. I think her grit and determination is a quality that's helped her win many titles that she's won.
Oh, yeah.
You can have all the talent in the world, you can work as hard as you want, but if you haven't got that fighting spirit, that grit and determination, you're not going to win titles. It's when the chips are down that you need to dig deep, and that's exactly what this young lady from Pontefract does. Oh dear, me and my big mouth. Well, you cannot miss them. Not at this level.
Yeah, this is mental. That happens to everybody from amateur to world champions, as you can see. And this is when you're not really mentally ready to play the shot. That happens to everybody.
Yeah, I agree. I think she took it a bit quickly, Ben, that shot. She was kind of in the groove, wasn't she? Living up to her nickname, Quickfire.
This is where I believe the Asian players have an edge over the European players, because the philosophy and the habits and the culture of in Asia, it's really, I would say, smoother. I don't know the word, but they kind of keep their calm a lot and longer. And maybe it's the philosophy, maybe, I don't know. But I never saw an Asian player like going crazy or mad about something happened, you know.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It's kind of that Zen kind of state, isn't it? How I wish
exactly.
I had more of that inside of me.
Yeah, maybe it has something to do with the culture, and it's a different lifestyle they have.
Again, the one ball.
Yeah, she really has it. So good chances she's going to go through all the tournament with this one. She really has it consistently, and it's a big thing, especially with the hand racking, to be able to pocket a ball every time.
Yeah, I mean, even if it doesn't lead to a run out, at least it gives you control of the table, doesn't it? And you know, having that first shot after the break is a really big thing. People often talk about how big the break is in pool, but just as big, of course, is having the shot after the break.
Definitely, yeah. Yeah, it's tough, and I think she doesn't have an extension after the break. Oh, yes, she does. Okay, I thought because you have 60 seconds after the break, you don't have the extension. You can't use it, but...
Yeah, you can, whenever you want. So she's been thinking about this for 90 seconds, almost.
Yeah, because it's tricky. We don't see really what kind of edge she has. Yeah, and that was close.
Was trying to hold the cue ball so much, playing the 2 on the thicker side, and ended up playing it too thick. Well, I think that was a little bit of emotion there from Han Yun.
Yeah, a little bit only.
I saw her lips move. I saw her lips move.
And I think it's so powerful, Mark, to be able to to have the emotion under control like this. It's so powerful when you play such a game like pool.
Oh, a huge part of the game. Absolutely massive part of the game. Well, she's had to leave herself a tricky 4 here. Couldn't really do much else. Do you think she'll go for it, or will she tuck in behind the 8 ball here, do you reckon?
Yeah, that could be one or another. It really depends on how she feels about the shot. If she feels that she can make it, because the side pockets are really tight. Yeah, this is wise, and also I would say that playing 10 ball, meaning call shots, and I would play more conservative playing 10 ball than playing 9 ball, you know, because in 9 ball anything can happen, you know, and it's not the case in 10 ball.
She's called the 5 here. She's going to be playing this with pace. 2, maybe 3 rails even.
Oh yeah, I think it's 3. Good shot.
Yeah, great choice of shot though from Kelly Fisher there, playing the hook. And what was really important as well, Ben, was the tightness she got to the 8 ball with the cue ball, cutting off the side rail escape.
Yeah.
Made her go 2 rails. So really good shot played there. Got to watch the side pocket here. 6 doesn't pass the 7. Just going to have to play the 6 into the side. Watch the cue ball. Oh, she's overcut it by a long way. And that's what she was worried about, Ben, scratching the side.
Yeah. And that was very interesting to see, because she rushed a little bit the last stroke when she moves forward to hit the ball. And maybe it's at that moment that she lost the control of the shot. And yeah, I was going to say that, for example, what is really unbelievable from Josh Filler, for example, is that he's having kind of short stroke, like he's punching balls, but he really has the power and the ability to go through the shot and to have that rhythm, that acceleration through the ball, which is really consistent and make his strokes so powerful.
Yeah, he doesn't, although he doesn't come back much, he does come back slower, which then makes the forward transition that much smoother and enables you to accelerate through the cue ball.
And Anu has a totally different stroke, but she also does this. If you look at her rhythm on the last backswing and last foreswing, it's really smooth, and she's just pulling back softly and then pause a little bit and go straight through the cue ball. That's really a controlled rhythm. You see that small pause of 1 second. 1 second of pause, like half a second of pause on the last pullback, and makes a big difference.
Yeah, I remember speaking with Jimmy White's coach about exactly that subject, and he told me he doesn't like to call it a pause because he thinks it kind of can stifle the cue action a little bit. He actually calls it the get ready. It's like you're getting ready to fire.
Yeah.
And I kind of like that analogy, you know, just coming back slow, that slight getting ready to go and then go.
Yeah, they also call the bowstring in snooker.
The what?
The bowstring, you know, just like...
I've never heard that before.
Oh, really? Yeah, that's an expression I heard from a snooker coach, a British snooker coach, and I like kind of when you are an archery, you know, the tension you need on the string, and the moment you release it, it's kind of similar. And I also love that analogy.
There's what's coming up, guys. Rublin Armit against Sophia Maston here. Table 2, Savannah Easton against Christina Tkach. Chao Che-Yu up against Margaret Fefilova, who's been going very well just recently. And Xia Liu up against Japan's Yuki Hiraguchi. Those all coming up at 12:30 local time, as you can see. And there you can see Cesca Centino has just beaten Kennedy Mayman in straight sets, 2-0. These are all losers' side matches, so whoever loses this round, unfortunately, is out, but they still have the doubles to look forward to, remember. That's double elimination down to the last 8. Keep your eyes on ProBilliardSeries.com. All the info you need to schedule, prize money, all the good stuff, which incidentally, the winner of this tournament will take home $55,000. Thank you to Banca del Fucino. 100 years in the business, look, 1923 to 2023.
And as I mentioned earlier, Anu has the break, and she consistently makes the one ball on the side. So this is going to be big for her for the rest of the tournament if she keeps breaking like this.
Yeah, and it's no coincidence. It's not luck. She's striking the break the same way, same power, same part of the cue ball, same part of the one ball. So it's consistency, isn't it, Ben, on the break, which she's shown.
Yeah, definitely. And that would be a great for her to be able to close both sets. Ooh, no. I was going to say that that would be great for her to be closing 2 sets by a break and run, as she did in the first, but she glued the cue ball on the 6 and might not be able to pocket the 4.
Well, I was thinking go 1, 2, 3 rails here and make the 4 ball in the bottom left.
Yeah, but I think the 4 ball is too close to the cushion mark for the shot you just called. That's why she was thinking about playing 2 rails and banking the 4 ball on the side. What you can do at least is try to play safe by creating distance if you play 3 rails first. Yeah, I like the way she played it. And I think she got away with it. That's part of the game.
Yeah, got cover. Yeah, if you get a good hit on a ball, Ben, you deserve something to happen, don't you? Something can always happen. If you don't hit it, nothing happens.
Yeah. This is all you can do, to try your best to make a good hit, a good contact. And I think in 10 ball, it's... I like 10 ball for this because when you have to play such difficult kick shots like this, then you have to decide and you have to call a pocket. So you really want to dive deep into the shot, even if it's a tough shot.
Yeah, and don't forget 2 of those breaks where Hanyu made balls. She also made the cue ball. scratched on 2 breaks as well. I think it may even be 3. She scratched in the corner once and in the side pocket twice. I think she scratched 3 times off the break, Ben.
Yeah, but I think 2 of those 3 times were the cue ball was kicked by another ball.
But this is where we see Kelly coming into her own. Got to be careful you don't scratch off the back of this. Maybe it's just a little bit too close to the rail to scratch off the back of it. We'll soon see. I think she's kicking it 2 rails. Wow. What's happened there?
Yeah, this is surprising that she went directly into the 10 ball on the first rail, after the first rail. She misjudged the shot. I like this shot. It could have been a little harder, but I really like the fact that you want to move the 7 ball towards the side pocket to make the run out really easier, which actually she didn't, but it also gives you a target for the cue ball to run into the 7. So I really like that philosophy, even if it didn't have the result she wanted, I believe, but
yeah, Kelly got pushed to the 1-loss side by Samiya Konishi from Japan. Maybe a name that everyone's not familiar with. Maybe a bit of a shock result there. But I know a lot of players in this tournament were at the Women's World 8-Ball in Green Bay in Wisconsin just before this tournament, and lots of people's flights were cancelled and they never actually arrived, some of them, until the day of the tournament starting here because of a tornado. So lots of flights were cancelled and some players had to drive to different airports, and travelling just a nightmare, isn't it, at the moment? So a few players suffering from jet lag. And that's, well, that can be something to do with the first loss, but not this one, I don't think. Kelly just making a few too many mistakes and Han Yu punishing up. Now, does she take this to the corner or does she go to the side, Ben? I think she's going to the side.
yeah.
These are missable. These side pockets are not huge.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wow, played with confidence. So this straightforward 10 ball, and Kelly Fisher will be out of the Banca del Fucino World 10 Ball Championship. Yep, the hug. Well done, she says. Good luck in the next round. Han Yu marches on. Kelly Fisher will have to make do with the doubles. I'm sure she'll be putting every bit of effort into that with her partner, Wei Chu Chen. Thank you so much for joining us. Don't forget, coming up next, Rubelin Armit against Sophia Mast. Thank you so much to my colleague, Mr. Benjamin Bell Hassan. From him, it's au revoir. From me, it's ta-da for now. Bye-bye.